Welcome back to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris.
Ross.
Brandy.
Amber.
All right, today we are going to talk about just a bunch of shit. So
Just a little bit of everything.
no, I want to start with what you were just talking about, hon. So go ahead and tell everybody.
Yeah, like read the headline.
Yeah, tell everybody what the deal is.
Now it's legal for homeless to camp in Austin streets.
It's illegal?
No, it's in fact
illegal.
Okay.
legal.
Like before, they had the homeless camp set up here and there. Now they can just camp wherever they want. As long as they're not blocking a pathway, and they can't camp out in front of City Hall, which is...
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Other people's
City Hall
businesses...
says you can't camp out in front of us, but everywhere
Well,
else...
no, I mean, they said you can't block a pathway, so you couldn't block an entrance to a business.
No, but like...
No, but they can be lined all in front
of a person's livelihood.
I watched a thing that the Austin mayor, he said, we don't want... How did he phrase it? He said, we are not going to criminalize being homeless.
And
I totally agree with that.
And I am totally with that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, but they're going along...
They're going to run into a situation like fucking San Francisco where
Yep.
motherfuckers are shitting up and down the street and
that's already happened in Arkansas.
Yeah. Well, she found a picture of what was it, an AutoZone.
I couldn't find it, but I saw a picture of it was an AutoZone or something, and they had the doorway here. And off to the side of the doorway, they had clothes hanging, tents set up.
Like a permanent, obviously not permanent, but like established.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
they weren't just laying there overnight.
So here's the thing.
They had clothes on their clothesline, tents set up.
One of two things is true. Well,
That's
actually multiple things are true. Number one, AutoZone is not on public property. AutoZone is on privately owned property.
Yeah.
So that means all of those motherfuckers are trespassing. Now, is the Austin mayor in fact saying we are no longer going to violate trespassers? Is that what he's saying?
I don't think it should violate trespassers. I mean, sexual assault and trespassing is a little...
prosecute, or you know what I mean.
Prostitute.
Prostitute.
Yes. Well, they're probably already prostituting the trespassers. You know what I meant. So are they not going to enforce that trespassing law?
I would think that the owner of the business would have to call and say, "Look, this person's trespassing."
Well,
now whether or not they're going to enforce that,
an employee
the manager
of the business.
Now whether or not they're going to enforce that would be a question to ask the mayor.
Then that's a big ass problem.
And I'm very sympathetic to the plight of homeless people, and it is a terrible problem, and I think that they're treated so poorly. But I'm not okay with this because that person, that business owner, they've done everything to try to make a life for themselves, and that's their livelihood, and that's going to affect traffic. I mean, not just that's going to just really affect impact.
They're going about it completely wrong. I mean, they need to have
set aside some parkland, like say
the tiny homes,
you're right,
little bitty tiny homes. They need to have
100% things should be done for the homeless.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like set aside some public land and say this is you can camp here. Have some loose regulations like don't be stabbing and stuff.
Don't be killing. Don't be raping.
There's somewhere around here. I don't know if it's Little Rock. Maybe they're starting to pay homeless to.
Yeah, that's Little Rock.
Yeah, it's like a pilot program this year. I think
because it gives them like transitory income. Like people say, well, just get a job. Okay, if you don't have anywhere to change, you don't have anywhere. It's hard to get a job.
You can't even get a job if you don't have an address
or a phone.
Yeah, so you have to have hygiene and all those things in place. So this is a way that they can, get some money to start establishing those things if they're amongst the ones that want to get out of that situation.
Right, but we were talking about this last night, and I'm totally, I totally agree with what she said. Take some money. I'm sure Austin has plenty of fucking tax money. I do believe they have the highest tax rate in the state.
It's a very wealthy area,
and develop some programs, tiny houses, fucking whatever.
Well,
but this isn't right.
Yeah,
this isn't the way to do that.
Shit, the tiny houses, you could even make that like almost like the Habitat for Humanity, where they have a sweat equity buy-in, because then they're like learning trade that is valuable elsewhere, plus getting. I mean, it's a win-win-win.
Right.
But making business owners suffer is not.
Well, and not even that. Okay, what happens when they start branching out into the suburbs? Oh yeah, because that means that they can camp up and down the fucking sidewalks of
squat in your garage,
the ritzy parts of Austin, and clearly Austin mayor doesn't.
He didn't want them out in front of the.
Yeah, he didn't want out in front
City
of the
Hall,
City
so he's
Hall.
not going to want them out in front of his house.
Yeah, but in front of your house is okay.
Well, yeah.
You know, I mean that.
I think that's understood. You know?
I think that is just
like
incredibly
in
shitty.
front of your place of business is fine, but not mine.
Yeah, and I'm sure that an election is coming up, and that's because all right, let's be honest, no politician does anything that doesn't directly benefit them.
Well, no, that's how the game is played.
Yeah, so and especially the closer you get to an election, the more ridiculous shit you see happen.
Just to try and
I don't understand this. He says there's been a lot of discussion about this on both sides. Mayor Steve Adler believes this is an opportunity for Austin to succeed where other cities have failed.
You want to succeed?
How are they succeeding?
Take care of those homeless people.
Right.
Then you'll succeed
in a real way.
Yeah, in a legitimate way. That's how you succeed in that situation.
Well, to me, this feels like lip service to the homeless.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is.
It's not a real way to help them, but we can say, well, look, we were kind. We did this,
It's called political grandstanding.
Right.
Look what I have done for you.
But it doesn't give them any real help.
Even though what I did for you isn't actually anything that actually...
Isn't really what you needed.
It caused more harm than good.
For you.
Yeah. That type of shit, it bothers me.
I mean, it didn't help
when some asshole like this tries to show moral superiority because look at what I've done. I've fucked everybody else.
Well, and really them too, because all it's going to do is cause more conflict between the business owners and these people.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe business owners that used to like let them use the bathrooms and things like that, where they could kind of help them, are now it's going to alienate them, and so it's just not really good for anybody.
No, absolutely not, and certainly not good for the homeless.
Big risk to public safety for a lot of reasons.
Public safety, public hygiene. I mean,
if they're camping there, they've got to use bodily functions somewhere there. They've got. It's just bad.
I don't see how that can.
It's going to be like in San Francisco, where they've got diseases just crawling all over the place.
Yeah,
well,
I cannot see. And why you thought that was a good idea?
No, and I'm I'm all about. I believe they need the programs to help them, and I'm fine with my tax money and all that doing that. I think that's part of having what you pay for in a civilization.
I'm okay with my tax money going to help homeless people a lot quicker than some of this other bullshit that it goes to.
Absolutely,
I'm not okay for my tax money to go to fund research on whether or not penguins fuck in the cold weather or whatever dumb shit they research.
Right.
You're just mad because you can't get in on it.
Motherfucker, if I could.
I'd be researching
oh my God,
I'd
be researching motherfucker,
shit.
Man.
I actually stumbled across a list of all of
God.
One time, and it was like, I'm reading after and I'm going, what?
Yeah, tens of millions of dollars get put out for the most insane shit that nobody ever cares about.
Study.
And you're like, what's the real value of this?
Because someone's got to get paid. Mm-hmm. That's why.
There's research dollars sitting there that need to be allocated so they're not lost, so they have to be thrown on a bullshit program.
I need to start applying for those.
Yeah, no kidding.
Shit.
Look, I'm going to research how many of these dollars I can take before I can retire. Or before I get audited, I guess. Anyway, so what else did you have on that?
Did y'all hear about this Arkansas doctor who went missing in Mexico?
No.
So he was actually doing a residency here in Arkansas. His family's here. And he went missing in Mexico. This article was written June 24th.
Just on a vacation trip, or was he working somehow?
He had done school in Guadalajara, and he was going to his graduation.
Okay.
So he went down to Guadalajara. His family and friends were there at the graduation, and then afterwards...
How old was this person?
29.
Okay.
So him and his buddies went out partying afterwards, and a few hours later, one of his buddies that he was at the bar with is like dead, beaten, shot on the ground.
Oh my God.
He's now missing.
So one buddy's dead, he's
him.
missing.
All of a sudden, he's on surveillance video leaving the airport with his mama coming back to Arkansas.
Doesn't that seem odd?
They won't talk about where they found him or how they found him.
Sounds like he killed his buddy.
And he says, I blacked out
Not for 3 fucking days.
I remember the graduation. I remember my family and friends being there. We went out, and then I don't know what happened.
Sounds like he killed his buddy.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And Mama's covering for his ass.
I mean, I've blacked out before, but it don't last for, fucking 36 hours.
And I've been so impaired that I blacked out, but I still remember bits and pieces.
You don't remember killing anybody or anything like that? Okay.
Yeah, that whole thing just sounds shady as fuck to me.
It sounds very convenient.
It does,
I blacked
doesn't it?
out one time, but looking back on it, I think I was actually drugged. Mm-hmm. So I think
I'm not the one that did it.
That's a different story. Yeah,
that sort of thing.
I just want to put that out there that I didn't do that.
Wasn't us.
You didn't roofie your...
No.
Okay.
No, I've thought about it before, but
But yeah, he
I didn't
says,
nothing says I love you like a little Rohypnol.
graduation was amazing. All my family and friends were there. Next thing you know, I blacked out and then ended up showing up back home.
I blacked out and ended up in a different country. Okay. Well, that seems just a little too convenient, Mr. Man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't buy that for a fucking second.
Something happened. You may have been fucked up beyond all reason. You and your buddy got into it, and you may not have meant to kill him, but...
Yeah, but if you stab him and then shoot him, you're...
Well, right. But what I'm saying is, like, maybe they got in a fight and he had... But
that seems pretty fucking spirited.
He got... And then he called Mama and she rescued him. But, I mean, come on.
Yeah, Mama to say, well, we're not going to talk about how he was found or...
Well, I'm sorry if somebody's dead. You need to be talking.
Yeah.
He was in Guatemala?
Somebody else's son is...
Guadalajara,
Mexico.
You know, I understand she's trying to protect her son, but somebody else's son is dead.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep. All right, so what else do we have?
I'll give someone else a chance.
We kind of burning through these fucking topics.
Yeah, we got to find something.
Y'all need to start talking slower.
Unfortunately, I don't really have that ability. I either like...
Me too. We gonna tell what happened at Colton's.
All right, go for it.
All right, so...
how much of it are we going to tell?
The whole motherfucking thing.
Okay.
Oh, no, she's talking about our stories.
Like what we were talking about?
No, when...
Oh, okay. But I know,
I was talking about Amber's food.
Okay, all right, cool.
Just talking about our dinner conversation.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I do.
Wow, okay.
Wow, that was...
okay. All right, well, this is...
So, okay, maybe you do black out.
All right, no, this is kind of funny. So, for whatever reason, the series of events in my head... I can't remember how it went, but I blurted out, hey, I'm going to start referring to everybody as hey shit stain, right? And when I said that, this fucking waitress gave me this god-awful look like I had just...
she gave you an evil
like I had just sharted in her mouth. I mean, it was bad.
Okay, wait a minute. Well,
it was the waitress? I thought it was like somebody sitting by you.
It was both of them.
But I got to interject.
Okay.
Do you shart in people's mouth enough that you know how they react?
Well, you only need to see it once.
Okay, it just really stuck with you.
It's pretty fucking memorable, yeah.
All right, I was just making sure.
So I had said, yeah, I'm going to start saying, hey, shit, or listen up, shit stain, which is something that if you've ever seen the movie Dodgeball, Patches O'Houlihan referred to everybody as shit stain. It's fucking funny. I didn't write the movie, so eat my ass. I don't care if it offends anybody. Take it up with Patches. But anyway, so I said this, and I don't know if anybody's realized, but I talk in public the way I talk on here.
He doesn't have an inside voice.
Yeah, so anyway, this fucking woman heard me and apparently gave me this scowling look. And then the woman that was sitting to Amber's left at a different table fucking gave me the stink eye too. She did it twice. And then she tried to do it a third time, but I looked at her and we made eye contact and she cowered down like a bitch.
She was like, "Oh, that nasty face is out loud."
If you're gonna fucking stare me down. We can do it. Yeah. Balls out. Let's do this. But don't fucking glance at me and then I didn't mean to.
Whoops.
Didn't know he was looking at me that time. Fuck off. Anyway, we hadn't been to Colton's in a long time. What,
since they tried to poison us?
5-6 years. I think
it's been a while.
And what happened the last time we went was we had ordered whatever we ordered, and our sides, both of our sides, were the loaded smashed potatoes. Took a bite of it. There was something very, very bad wrong. Like it tasted antiseptic.
Ugh.
Yeah, the tips.
Did you say it was like a smell too?
Yeah.
The tips of our tongues actually went numb for quite a while.
Yeah, lips were tingling. I mean, we should have taken the shit to poison control and sued the fuck out of them. But the manager graciously comped our fucking appetizer.